Question 15 is a critical thinking question. We can jump to the end to see which specific type of question it is. And we can see that it's asking us what can be reliably concluded from the information in the above passage. So, let's look at the passage. A group of UK scientists have a rare opportunity to study human brains thanks to the promise of donations by some members of a study group. Okay, we can understand that. The dissection of these brains and counting the numbers of synapses in them may add evidence to the idea of a cognitive reserve. When a person gets older, they start to lose some brain synapses with a negative impact on cognitive function, as I've summarised here. Those elderly people who've led a brain-friendly lifestyle when younger are thought to have created extra synapses, mitigating the naturally occurring loss of synapses through age. So I've summarised by saying mitigating ageing, with ageing being summarised as decreased cognitive function thanks to loss of synapses. So we can follow this. Adopting a brain-friendly lifestyle when younger should make it possible to retain cognitive function into old age, so it helps. Such a lifestyle is thought to include reading books, being socially active, and physically healthy. So, bearing all that in mind, it's time to see what we can reliably conclude from this information. So, we'll start with option A, which says that the loss of synapses in old age is due to a poor lifestyle when younger. Now, while this argument certainly makes the case that having a brain-friendly lifestyle when younger is helpful, it creates extra synapses, the cognitive reserve, and mitigates ageing, there is nothing to suggest that an especially poor lifestyle would exacerbate the effect as compared to, say, a normal lifestyle. So always look out for new words which aren't made in the argument, because that can't be reliably concluded, because there is no study to back that up. There is a study that brain-friendly lifestyles help, but this does not prove the contrary. So we'll take a look at B now. On average, those elderly people who've lived a brain-friendly lifestyle can be expected to have a higher number of synapses in their brains. Now, this can be reliably concluded, one would think, because this seems to be the basis of the argument made, that there is a cognitive reserve formed of extra synapses created by a brain-friendly lifestyle, as found in the study, which mitigates the aging process. So, the elderly with brain-friendly lifestyles would be expected to have more brain synapses, so we can identify this to be reliably concluded. Option C says that deteriorating cognitive function in old age is still little understood due to the limited opportunities to study the human brain. Now, the original statement does say that it was donated brains which allowed the rare opportunity to study the brains to occur. This does not mean, however, that the deterioration of cognitive function, which is massively expounded upon in the paragraph, is little understood. In fact, the argument appears to be setting out the basis for an explanation for deteriorating cognitive function, namely a decrease in the number of synapses, and a cognitive reserve which mitigates this. So, if this statement is attacking the entire essence of the argument made in the paragraph and suggesting the whole thing is little understood, it's unlikely to be reliably concluded from the paragraph, although it may well be true. Option D suggests that reading, socialising and staying healthy will ensure optimum quality of life in old age. Now, ensuring is a red flag in whatever statement when it comes to reliably concluding something from a paragraph, but let alone, it also says that it ensures optimum quality of life, not qualified. Is that related to finances or social life, whatever? This paragraph only focuses on deterioration of cognitive function as it relates to lost synapses. This extrapolates far beyond that, so this is not the statement. Finally, statement E says that we should all be encouraged to donate our brains after death for medical research. So, while the paragraph does say that scientists can study the donated brains and this is a rare opportunity, it doesn't make much of a value judgment of it, although it may well be true that we should be encouraged to do so that we can have such research. This is not a reliable conclusion that can be made without an explicit reference being made within the text, so no. Finally, we can conclude that the answer is B, which says that on average, elderly people who've lived a brain-friendly lifestyle would be expected to have a higher number of synapses in their brains, because this predicates the argument that elderly people with a brain-friendly lifestyle create extra synapses, a cognitive reserve, which helps mitigate the effect of aging.